This is Starting Point, a podcast that tracks Guyana's unprecedented growth from all vantage points. Join your hosts, Kiana Wilberg and Fariza Hanif, as they dive deep into the heart of topical issues.
Welcome to this week's episode of Starting Point. I am your host, Kiana Wilberg. Today, we will be engaging one of the vibrant new appointees of the President Irfan Ali administration, the Tushao for Bethany, Miss Sonia Latchman, and she is also the Director General at the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs. Ms. Latchman, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Kiana, and thank you for having me here today.
Now, as I noted, you are a Tushao for Bethany, a village that's in Region 2. And you were also named one of the fresh faces that will be representing the People's Progressive Party Civic in the National Assembly when it is called, or when it is convened, rather. Now, you're no stranger to leadership positions. You've been a teacher, and you're also the first MP, actually, to come from your village. How do you feel about this moment, and does it match up against what you envision for yourself?
Okay, so I must say that I'm humbled to be the first MP from Bethany Amerindian Village. I'm really humbled about it, and it's very historic for the people of Bethany. It's a historic moment for myself as well, and I know being a member of Parliament, it comes with a lot of pride and a lot of responsibilities. And definitely, I've never thought about being into politics, but it's where God leads. And I think President Irfan Ali, he saw something in me. That is why he has chosen me to be a part of his administration. As you rightly mentioned, I'm a teacher by profession, and I'm also a Tushao. Mm-hmm. So all my life, I have been dealing with people. I have been dealing with the grades 10 and 11 students in school, teenagers. And of course, being a Tushao, I have dealt with a lot of persons, different personalities, different characters. And definitely, I know how to deal with these persons, and I have always been someone who would push young people and even my villagers to higher heights. And I have been serving Bethany. I've been serving in the classroom, and I have always give good advice. I have always keep pushing everybody, and I think being in Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali administration, our president's administration, I will definitely continue. Now it is not confined to a classroom or to a village, but definitely I'll be working for the good of all Guyanese, especially Amerindians.
Now, tell us a little bit about life in Bethany and, the journey to this point in your life. Everyone experiences different challenges and so forth, but tell us a little bit, give us some insight into, the road that led you to this point.
So my life has not been an easy one. Of course, like everyone else, we had our challenges, and it's no different for me. I had my challenges growing up. Growing up in Bethany, it was really hard at times, So I must say my dad is a farmer and my mom is a shopkeeper. And mm-hmm. I have one sibling, but despite that, growing up in Bethany, it was difficult. We being very poor back then, and having to go to school. I remember paddling to school in a boat. I remember not having a proper footwear to go to school. But despite all of that, I still managed to complete primary school. And I must say that at times when the water gets high, when the rain falls and the water gets high, the current of the water keeps pushing in one direction. And my sister and I used to paddle those tides. And I know of all the hardship that comes with it. So definitely, I think those things have shaped me into the person I am today. And then I must mention that it's like 4 to 5 hours paddling to school. And then when you reach at the mission landing at Cobis, you have to walk about half a mile to get to the school. So it wasn't an easy task. But of course, being a little girl back then, I enjoyed it. Now looking back to where we were as a village and where we are today, I can safely say that now the children there, they have free transportation provided by the government. And that is something I'm proud of. They don't have to go through what I've been through. And despite all of that, I am who I am today. Of course, my village is a Seventh-day Adventist village. I grew up in a Seventh-day Adventist home and in a Seventh-day Adventist village. I grew up in the church. And I think that as well has shaped me into the young lady I am today. I remember preaching on the pulpit at a very young age and being a part of the Adventurers Club, the Master Guides Club, the Pathfinder Clubs within the church. I personally believe that those things have shaped me from a very young age. And of course, I grew up in a very strict Seventh-day Adventist home. So I know there is a myth that, Seventh-day Adventists cannot be a part of politics. But I'm happy that myself, I am breaking those barriers to not only lead in the church, but to lead where God wants me to lead.
Now, Ms. Latchman, you mentioned moments ago that you have grown up in a strict seven-day Adventist home. And what's one guiding principle that you think you're going to keep as your North Star wherever life takes you?
So I think one guiding principle that I will forever keep with me is the way my parents brought me up. Being an Adventist, and I will forever take that with me. No matter where I go, I will always remember that Saturday is the Sabbath. And no matter where I go, in the fields, dealing with people, I would always put aside Saturday to worship God, because that is what and how I was brought up. And I think that really, really helped me and shaped me into who I am today. So no matter where I go, definitely I will always, remember that.
Now you're heading into Parliament quite soon. How do you feel about that new chapter? And is there anyone that you're looking at in particular to say, well, you know what, I'm going to follow this person, I'm going to emulate some of what they do because I like this particular style? Who are you looking at?
So yes, Kiana, I have a lot of role models when it comes to politics. I have been looking at all the parliamentary debates before, but definitely I would want to say that His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali is my role model. I have been looking at him throughout the years. And he is someone who is youthful, he is someone who has a vision, and he is someone who deals with a lot of development when it comes to Amerindian villages, Amerindian peoples. He is someone who has a vision that I would like to be a part of as an Amerindian woman. So Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali is definitely my role model because, one, I am someone who likes to serve, and he likes to serve as well. And he's also people-centered, and that is what I like about President Irfan Ali.
I want to touch a little bit on the low-carbon development strategy because we've seen since that document has been implemented that significant revenues have been set aside for development of indigenous communities. Tell us a little bit about how that has impacted Bethany.
So yes, Bethany have benefited from $24 million over a 3-year period. So 24 multiplied by 3, you will get the total there. And so we have done a lot of transformation have taken place, not only in Bethany, but I can tell you in all 242 Amerindian villages, satellites, and CDCs. We have seen significant development and transformation taking place. And Bethany, we have done sustainable development. We have done sanitary, as it relates to health, we have done sanitary blocks. We have done projects that will bring in revenue within our village, like the guest house, the pontoon, because my village is a logging village. So definitely those fundings from the low carbon development strategy, the finances provided from that, it really helped my village over the last 3 years. And we have seen significant improvement within Bethany. And I have been traveling in the capacity of Vice Chair of the National Tushaus Council. Mm-hmm. I have been traveling across Guyana in all administrative regions. And when I go to a village and I enter that village, all I'm seeing is development, a lot of development. And that is what I think is the vision of our president. That is the vision of our Vice President, Dr. Barrett Jagdeo, as well. And of course, Minister Pauline Sukai, then Minister of Amerindian Affairs, she left a legacy for us because she ensured that those villages got their finances on time. She ensured that her MDOs and her CDOs worked along with the village councils or the Tushaus to implement those projects. And so myself and Minister Sarah, along with Ms. Pearson, we have a lot of work to do so that we can continue the work where Minister Pauline has left off. So we have our work, I should say, cut out for us, and definitely we will continue the work because at the end of the day, we need to see development taking place in our Amerindian villages, our satellites, and our CDCs.
I'm glad that you mentioned Ms. Pearson, Minister Brown, as well as yourself, because this is a really star-powered team. What do you want to share with the public about what they can expect from this power team in the next 5 years?
So within the next 5 years, definitely we have, like Keanu said, we have a power team, a team that is filled with women, and I'm happy to be a part of such team. I know Minister Sarah, she has a lot of experience as it relates to policies and so on. She served in Parliament before, and she was Vice Chair for Region 1. And she has a whole lot of experience there in that capacity. Now, Minister, I know she will bring her experience in those capacities to the ministry. Mm-hmm. Ms. Pearson, who is the advisor to the minister, well, she has a wealth of knowledge, I can say. When we want to find out anything that is bothering us, any letter that comes to the ministry, any petition that comes, or anything, we turn to Ms. Pearson and ask her, what do you think? And she is there to give very, very good advice. And of course, myself, well, I have been in leadership capacity dealing with the Tushaus from the National Tushaus Council perspective. And the three of us, along with MP Charlie, who is there with us as well, and PS Ryan Tulsiram, we will definitely continue to move that ministry forward. We will work with our women, our youths. We will work to help to shape plans and policies that will really and truly impact the lives of indigenous peoples across Guyana. I must say that we have already started. We have already started discussions on what we want the ministry to be, or how we want the ministry to be, and how they should see us out there. We already planned numerous trips. We're going to go into the villages. We're going to help people with various projects. Some of our villages, they are doing their projects, but they need a little bit more push and a little bit more help. And definitely myself, Minister Sarah, and Minister, Miss Pearson, rather, we will be on the ground. Most of the times we will be on the ground because our people needs us. Of course, we will, like I said before, we will be looking at different aspects of development for our Amerindian peoples in all sector. So definitely, we are here to work for the indigenous peoples of Guyana, and definitely, I know there are a lot of expectations from us. Being a young team and Ms. Pearson being our advisor, we will definitely move the ministry forward. And as you know, Kiana, I have a drive for Amerindian development. That's my passion. So those are a few things they can expect from us. We're not going to be office-based. We're going to be in the fields, working with the people. Plans and policies will be there in place for them and to make their lives better. And I know that is the vision of President Irfanali as well.
And you intend to deliver.
And I intend to deliver, absolutely.
Ms. Latchman, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I know our audience learned quite a lot, and I'm sure that many women are inspired by your story.
Thank you, Kiana. Thank you for having me here today.
To our audience, thank you as well for joining us. Do continue to follow us as we bring you more insights from leaders across various cross-sections in Guyana. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching Starting Point. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for critical updates and exclusive content.